Hi, I'm really glad you stopped by today because I want to tell you a story that's on one of my CDs, and the story is called Jordan's Favorite Food. And I'm not just going to tell it to you, I'm going to sing it to you also. And it goes like this. Jordan McKenna, from the time he was a little bitty baby, he loved hamburgers. It all started when he saw his mommy eating a hamburger. The lettuce, the tomato, the ketchup, the bun, hamburgers, hamburgers, hamburgers. Jordan started to cry. Wah, wah, wah. And do you know what his mommy did? She took the hamburger in one hand, she took the baby bottle in the other hand, and she pushed and smushed and shoved that hamburger right into the baby bottle and stuck it in little Jordan's mouth. From that moment on, Jordan never looked back. He took a hamburger bottle for breakfast, before morning nap, for lunch, before afternoon nap. He took a hamburger bottle for dinner, before bedtime, and even one time in the middle of the night, Jordan took a hamburger bottle. Now that was a lot of hamburgers. And so when Jordan got a little bit older, his mommy turned to him one day and said, Jordan, you're a little bit older now and you don't need to eat hamburgers all the time. It's breakfast time. Why don't we have some waffles? And Jordan just looked at his mommy and said, no. Well, how about some pancakes? No. Some eggs? No. Some cereal? No. Before Jordan's mommy could say another word, Jordan put his hand up, walked right over to her and said, hamburgers are my favorite food. I don't want to be mean, don't mean to be rude, but if you don't give me hamburgers to eat, I'm going to yell, I'm going to scream, I'm going to stomp my feet. Oh, no, please don't yell, she said. Please don't scream, Jordan's mommy said. Please don't stomp your feet. And so, Jordan's mommy made him a hamburger for breakfast. But as she made it, she said, if you don't eat anything but hamburgers, one day you're going to turn into a hamburger. Well, time went by as it always does, and as it went by, Jordan ate hamburgers. And pretty soon Jordan was old enough to go to school. And so Jordan's mommy gave him some money in his pocket to go buy school lunch, and Jordan was so excited he went to school. The only thing Jordan didn't know was that they don't have hamburgers for lunch every day in school. They have them sometimes, sure, but not all the time. And this first day of school, they did not have hamburgers, so Jordan got his money, and he was in line waiting for lunch. And he went up to the counter, and the lunch lady said, oh, hello, Jordan, happy first day of school. Would you like a tuna fish sandwich? And Jordan just looked at her and said, no. Oh, how about our alternate lunch? Some tomato soup? No. Some broccoli? No. A slice of cheese? No. Before the lunch lady could say another word, Jordan put his hand up. He walked right over to her and he said, hamburgers are my favorite food. I don't want to sound mean, don't mean to be rude, but if you don't give me hamburgers to eat, I'm going to yell, I'm going to scream, I'm going to stomp my feet. Oh no, please don't yell, said the lunch lady. Please don't scream, she said. Please don't stomp your feet. And so, the lunch lady made Jordan a hamburger for lunch. But as she made it for him, she said, if you don't eat anything but hamburgers, one day you're going to turn into a hamburger. Well, time kept on marching by as it tends to do, and as it did, Jordan ate hamburgers. He ate hamburgers all through kindergarten, through elementary school, through middle school, through high school, through college. And he even ate hamburgers at his wedding when he got married. Now, he was married and living in his own big house with his wife, and one day he turned to his wife and he said, all right, I'm going to go cook dinner. And she said, wait, Jordan, why don't I I cook dinner tonight. You always make hamburgers. I'm getting a little tired of eating hamburgers. How about I cook some lasagna? And Jordan just looked at her, squinted his eyes, and said, no. Oh, I can make some chicken? No. Some meatloaf? No. Some... Before Jordan's wife could say another word, he put his hand up. He walked right over to her and he said, hamburgers are my favorite food. I don't want to sound mean, don't mean to be rude, but if you don't give me hamburgers to eat, I'm going to yell, I'm going to scream, I'm going to stomp my feet. But you are a grown-up, Jordan's wife said. You're not going to yell. You're too old to scream. Grown-ups don't stomp their feet. And Jordan just gave her the most serious look he'd ever given anybody in his whole wide life. And he said, oh, yes, I will. And so Jordan's wife let him make hamburgers for dinner. But as he made them, she said, Jordan, if you don't eat anything but hamburgers, one day you're going to turn into a hamburger. Well, the march of time kept on marching. And Jordan got older, and so did his wife, and they had kids of their own, and their kids had kids, so Jordan had grandkids, and they had great-grandkids, and everybody was spread out all over the country. They were living everywhere, and so they decided to have a great, big Jordan's family barbecue in the backyard, and everybody was invited to come over. Meanwhile, by the way, I'm sure you guessed that Jordan still ate hamburgers. Even when his teeth stopped working so well, he would just use a straw and drink those hamburgers up through a straw. Just like that. And so everybody got there. Everybody, the whole family was at this barbecue. And of course, on the menu were hamburgers. Jordan was going to cook them. Everybody looked over at the grill, but Jordan wasn't there. Where was Jordan? Jordan's wife said, I'll go look for him. And she looked in the kitchen. No Jordan. She looked in the living room. No Jordan. She walked upstairs to the bathroom. No Jordan. She went into the bedroom, and there was Jordan. He was sitting on his bed, but he didn't look like the Jordan she had come to know and love. He had a top bun where his hair should have been. Some lettuce, tomato, and ketchup where his eyes and nose should have been. Oh, 100% all-beef patty where his mouth should have been, and a bottom bun where his body should have been. In fact, except for the arms and legs sticking out of the sides, Jordan looked just like a hamburger. And as his wife looked on, Jordan reached out, picked off a piece of his bun, and started to eat himself. And that's the story of Jordan's favorite food. It's on my first CD, and I really like it. See you next time. Bye.